Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Lady!
Come on now, come on now.
Stafford on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there right off the bat. 45 yards.
Well, Park, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running freely.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Hey, check it. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, Charlie. You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
54.
Ozzy! Bud! 72.
Watch out. Check Mike, 54.
Throwing again. Brady. And complete to Zach Ertz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Check it. 150. Hey, pick up.
Now Brady. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devon. Freeman now. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. hand it to them again, see if they can start to produce.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Slipped one tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Check it. Reload. Go Bandit. Go. Go.
Mike 54.
Hey, 66.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Fights through him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running with Howard. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady will let this thing go for Sanders. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, my 7. Sugar.
Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And some room to Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Freeman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Check. Lucky.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta.
Brady going to throw. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down.
Let's go, baby.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
We got this.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check it out, please.
Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. On 1st, they go right back to Howard. Howard has the 1st down and then some. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go,
And getting set to go again, here's the Lions defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Freeman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Safe.
On second down now, it's Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Motion, 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Push him back. Slam.
Hey, 66.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? He's coming.
63's in now. Hey, go 66. Hey, team 6. Go Bandit.
Shotgun now for Brady. Caught by Jones. The 40. The 30. 10. 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time? Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him. They haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Reset. Alabama. 380. Come on. Regular.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Brady now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Stafford is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Throwing on first down is Brady. Jones has it. There he goes right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Here's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Stafford here. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Tight end right. Everyone's got 4 down. Undercrunch. Kill.
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This one taken just inside the 10. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Alert! Hey, Haywood! 57, Mike 57. Here we go, D. Hey, Alabama.
From the 31, Brady dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, 66. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
You don't see me in your nightmare, son. You don't see me in your nightmare. Check it, reload. Staying open. Hey, wahoo! Help him! Hey, roll 66!
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory now. We'll see what transpired. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Freeman there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Come on, Lance, let's go.
And Detroit getting set to go now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
It's just me and you. That's 72. No, hey, check it.
On 2nd and 9, Brady with a catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ozzy! 57 to Mike.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. This complete to Jones.
Come on, Phil. Easy.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Hey, 66.
On 1st down, it's Howard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go with Howard again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, dude. 50.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Going underneath for Lewis. Back now in Tampa. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Howard. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Brady to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Zach Ertz. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap and they exploited it.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch safety screen. Watch safety screen. Safety screen. 57's Mike. Mike 57. No chance. Hey, check it. Check hot route. Hot.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Even though that's an incompleted pass, shouldn't we give a whole lot of credit to the offensive line?
Yet again, time in the pocket to throw. Time and time again, we have seen that. And you're right, the O-line winning the battle in the trenches. Stafford. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Stafford. This one caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
A good pickup there at 22. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 2nd down, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They run. Devontae Freeman. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 7, 24 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 72.
They'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
72.
Now Brady. It's caught by Sanders. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Come on. Shadow. Hey, Alabama.
To throw is Brady. Complete to Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.